Here's car number 22 and Gary Patno.
Starting four, same can be said under the Vargo law, number 87 for R.J. Serdell out of Wellington, Connecticut.
The reigning champ will be in car number 88. He's from Palmer in the Ficini Law Firm car. The driver is Dwayne Provost.
In the sixth starting spot, there's no question about it. It'll be this young talent who's looking for a title. The Staffoed Foam, number 92 from East Longmeadow, Mass, Ryan Fern.
Another rookie driver will be in car number 8. He's from Barkhamsted in the Premier Energy car. The driver is Stephen Bartell.
Aspen Hill Farms brings us the car that has been the big dog in 2018 from Winterlocks, Connecticut. Car number 6 for Jeremy Lavoie.
Car number 59 will be next from Weathersfield in the Elmo's Dockside Restaurant car, Matt Clement.
He won the opening event at Spring Sizzler Weekend. The Batera Chevrolet number 66 from Palmer, Mass for Justin Bren. If you've just joined us, the first feature event of the night is going on. Tour-type modified drivers are setting up in Autograph Alley as we speak. Stephen Minford, another graduate from Monday Night Karts, wastes no time at all at the front of the field. But who's the tail that wags the dog there? It is Gary Patno. But look at Fern, our number 92, the color yellow. Whoa, we've got one around. It's Marquise with the number 5 car, but it didn't appear to make a solid hit, Matt, whatsoever.
He belted the wall. So it's more than just a program. It is a lifetime memory.
It certainly is. Now, Joe Koss is down there in the paddock area, and he's helping us to assemble and head the tour-type modified drivers into Autograph Alley, which is located up behind turn number 4. We refer to it as a small grandstand next to the novelty booth, next to the double hook lounge, across from the Bud Light girls and the giveaways and the fun contests. So it's up just coming off turn number 4. And those drivers will be heading in that direction as we speak. Let's go back and bring them the action as they head off turn number 4.
And providing the action right now on the outside, Gary Patno. So he leaves Bickford in the dust heading into turn number 2, 3 wide. Turn 2. In the inside is Serdell. On the outside is Provost. And Provost is going to win the gamble.
Provost is a crafty veteran, Matt, and he proved just that. He went from the high line to the inside line, back to the middle. So he's tried just about every inch of this racetrack. Then there's a side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. And car number 87 for Robert Serdell. He has been so close so many times this season. And look at the Fern machine working its magic of Ryan Fern. Last week, Ryan Fern looked like an Indian as he stood on top of his car because he was so frustrated and upset after being involved in a jingle that he just was really up in arms. And speaking of up in arms, a bid for the lead almost took place, and it was between Gary Patno and Provost. Look at Patno, stick that nose down underneath the Provost machine. The same can be said for Fern, who's all over the back bumper of Serdell.
As the season so far for Provost, it's been like a Clint Eastwood movie. The good, the bad, and the ugly. He has had all 3, sometimes on the same night. Look at Fern, threatening to make it 3 wide. The man in the middle is Serdell. To the outside is Patno. And here comes Fern. Around goes the 87. As that was Serdell, that car twitched in front of Fern, but I am surprised it wasn't a bigger collision. Provost, who made a nice 3-wide maneuver of his own, is in the lead. He is getting challenged from Gary Patno. So a very spirited battle so far in the early going.
Well, Matt, Autograph Alley is very busy down here on the Midway, and you guys were talking about the qualifying heats a little earlier for the Bud Light 80, and Keith Rocco was one of the guys that pulled off early. Keith, a lot of speculation about tire management tonight. Is that why we saw you on pit road?
I could just say that I was trying to live up to the name Ben Dodge called me last week, but actually we had rack trouble. The power assist broke off, so you know, rather than damage something when we got a good car for the race, we just parked it. And my guys are back changing the rack right now. We'll be good for later tonight.
Now, this is the black number 88, and it drew a lot of attention on social media. Where did this car come from, and what's so special about it?
This is actually the SK we ran here at the end of last year that we won the last 2 races with.
Going green, Joe.
It's a really good car. It's sharp looking, and you know, John Maynard and Fano helped us out. You know, put this car together with them and put their motor in it and their running gear, and you know, the car's just really good. There's shocks and springs, and it's really good.
All right, back up top.
Joe, I gave him that incentive, and it's working. I got him all pumped up tonight. Talk to some of those other drivers in between rounds for us, would you, if you could, please. But right now, it is Dwayne Provost, the leader of the pack, and Lavoie wasted no time at all, Matt, from the 8th position to work his way and thunder to the front of the field. Now, remember, on Sizzler Weekend, those were under daylight conditions. It appeared after returning to the competition, Justin Bren had found some magic with that new car, but for the night races, he'll tell you, it hasn't been as strong.
Well, here in the twilight, he is able to leapfrog his way underneath the 22 of Patnode, so he has infiltrated third. Surdell is trying to make the same maneuver, so here comes the 87 as he tries to stampede his way underneath the 22, and Surdell has picked up a position, and he is now in the top 4.
Certainly is. The clock is ticking, too, as time is starting to run out, as there are 6 laps up on the board. Meanwhile, Lavoie has been able to reel in on Provost. Those two competitors know the meaning of running for a championship, and it's showing. They're not overusing up their race cars, but look a little further back in the field. Fern is trying to come back to the front of the field because he realizes that every position represents points, Matt, and those 2 points could determine a title and a championship.
Well, he was able to shoot underneath the 22 of Patnode. Midford tried to make the same move, but couldn't make his car skinny enough. They stormed their way into turn number 2. Jeremy Lavoie had the hot hand, dominated the race a week ago, but he is going against an experienced competitor. As Dwayne Provost says, he doesn't care about points. He only wants to have some fun, and the way he has some fun is by winning races.
Certainly does, and it shows. We've seen it happen time and time again. There is no question about it. They continue to run nose to tail in the competition here.
And here is Jeremy Lavoie as he tries to fireball his way to the outside of Provost. Justin Bren doing a good job of hanging into third, but the man who is in a desperate state, that is Ryan Fern. He goes to the inside of Surdell as he is trying to lightning bolt underneath the 87. He can't do it. And back at the front, Provost has the lead all over him. Like a cast on a broken ankle is at number 6 of Jeremy Lavoie.
There's no question about it, Matt. They continue to run bumper to bumper as they thunder back to the line. 9 circuits remaining in the competition here.
And here is Lavoie. Make or break bid for the lead. And it is Lavoie who is able to infiltrate his way into the top spot on lap number 12.
There's no question, 12 laps up on the board, 8 circuits remaining, and now Bren has all of a sudden moved in, and now it's a 3-car battle for the lead. 8 circuits and counting down. Lavoie, we've seen him run up front all season long, but we've seen him have some nights that mechanical woes took him out late in the event. But you would have to say that Provost and Lavoie have been the big closers this season. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and Provost is in a position now in second with less than 7 laps to go. 7th win of the season. So he is looking strong as they blockbuster their way out of the corner. What about the tribulations of Ryan Fern? He is crazy glued to the back bumper of the Robert Surdell car, looking to make an inside move, and Surdell is doing a masterful job of keeping Ryan Fern behind him.
Last time, Matt, coming off the second turn, Provost's car developed what you would refer to as a caffeine twitch. All of a sudden, the back end of the car just snapped around. And that worked to the advantage of the Ren machine as he gained and closed up the gap ever so slightly. But believe it or not, the fastest lap of this race is turned by Ryan Fern, 21.8 to go. 5 circuits to go, and Lavoie looks like he's out for a Sunday drive here in Stafford.
But it's a horror show for second and third. Provost trying to hold off Bren, and for fourth and fifth, Even with all his speed, Ryan Fern can't figure out a way to get by Sherdell until now, as he is able to slingshot underneath the 87 and move into fourth.
While that was happening, Brand moves into the runner-up spot as Provost's car suddenly becomes evil on the racetrack. There remains 16 laps up on the board, 4 circuits to go. That is, of course, 2 full miles left in the competition here. Last time by, Lavoie turned a time of 22.003 and Bren 22.611. So by timing and scoring, Lavoie has a strong advantage, and there's less than 2 laps to be into the record books for yet another victory for the color red and the Lavoie family.
Now, normally that Provost car gets better in the closing laps. That doesn't seem to be the case tonight, as Brent is pulling away from him. White flag comes out, and Jeremy Lavoie in the Aspen Hill Farms car is less than a lap away from his 7th win of the year.
7 is the magical number here. Lucky 7. We're going to call it for Lavoie and the Lavoie family. This is a family that's been racing through 4 generations. They come to the stripe. The Sunoco checkers are proudly waving from New England Racing Fuels, and Jeremy Lavoie has win number 7. Justin Brent for 2nd, Dwayne Provost for 3rd. Good comeback for Ryan Fern for 4th, and rounding out the top 5, it is Robert.
It'll work out.
Ooh, did you hear that, Joe? He's playing poker. He's not gonna show you his high cards.
Well, if he's playing poker, I think he's Brett Maverick, because he is pretty sharp when it comes to race strategy and tire management. The guy who is sharpest of all in the limited late model race is getting ready to climb out of the car. That is Jeremy Lavoie. Who would have thought at the start of the season, when he had so many problems on opening weekend at the Sizzler, that he would be the dominant factor? But that has been the case. And Jeremy Lavoie, a guy who always has a good attitude, no matter what happens in the race, is out of the car, and he will be talking to John Gates.
Go ahead, John.
Okay, Jeremy Lavoie, 7 victories. The Aspen Hill Ford Fusion once again was rocking and rolling tonight. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I knew with no heats it was going to be a little dicey. I had to bide my time, and a couple of those guys got into each other early, and I just had to stay clean. Man, 7 wins this year. It's a huge accomplishment. I mean, it's tough to win here once a year, and for us to come out and do it 7 times, it's been a huge, it's been a blessing. So I couldn't do it without my sponsors, L&S Equipment, Aspen Hill Farm. I got Solutions here. I think it's the first time out, and it's a good time we can park in Victory Lane for them. So G's Ford and Chevy, P2 powder coatings, and I can't thank my crew enough. We wrench on this car every week. We touch everything, I think, twice, so just to make sure it's perfect for Friday. I can't thank the track enough. Sunoco, Napa, Rat Order Machine for the contingency sticker I got tonight, and he's always putting money in for us. He's a good supporter of the track and all the divisions here. So without him, we wouldn't have the horsepower under the hood. So I got to thank him for that, and just everybody that comes out, the fans in the stands. We wouldn't be able to put on a show if you guys didn't show up. So we got to thank you for that, and we're going to go try for number 8 next week.
All right, man. One tough driver, Jeremy Lavoie. Victory Lane once again in the NASCAR Limited Late Model Division. And boy, what a race it was, right down to the checkered flag with Jeremy Lavoie going to Victory Lane. Let's talk to Justin Bren, our 2nd place finisher. Justin, man, the rough and tumble Limited Late Models. Put on a good show tonight, man. 2nd place. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, the car was pretty good. We worked on it all day, and it was a lot better than last week. I can't wait to put some tires on next week. Old tires, 2nd place, not bad. Got to thank my sponsors, though. Batera Chevy, Inland Docks, Life Care Family Chiropractic, Munson Optical, Hood Medic. I couldn't do it without their support. I want to congratulate Jeremy on another win. It's pretty awesome to see these RRC cars finishing up front every week. I got to thank Rob Russell for the awesome handling in this chassis. You know, we built this car brand new for this season, so to win right out of the box and the car just be this strong all season is phenomenal.
All right, man, let's look for Justin back in Victory Lane real soon in that number 66 car.
Yeah, I plan on being there next week.
All right, 3rd place, let's talk to our 3rd place finisher, Dwayne Provost. And Dwayne, defending champion, looking good out there, got the lead early. Man, it was rough and tumble out there for you today.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as it was in the previous weeks. It was pretty good. I made a wrong adjustment on the car. Definitely should have tightened that thing up, and just kind of misjudged the track with the sun and the other compounds on here for the race tires. So I think learned a little bit for next week, and definitely look forward to the long distance race next week.
All right, the 88 sponsors.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Polka Pop Hits, my friend Joe Cosio. I also like to thank Team Lincoln Ludlow and my good friend Michael Ficini Law Firm down in Springfield. I also want to thank Rad for all the support he does, and when we do get up there and win, the extra contingency money, and of course Sunoco Race Fuels as well. And everybody, thank you for coming out.
All right, man, good interview. Dwayne Provost, third place in the limited late models, back up to the tower.
Well, congratulations goes